What's up, team? We're here with Nicholas Hall again to show you how to do a quadruped hip C.A.R. This is just meant to open up your hip joint. You want to think about your hip as a ball and socket joint, which it is. So everything you do is you thinking about that ball moving in the socket. So the first thing he does is set up on all fours, and his hands are spreading. Just like how you root your feet, you want to root your hands into the floor. He's twisting the floor, shoulders rotate back in the socket, and he's also pushing the floor away to get a bit of an angry cat hollow position. Now, he's going to pick his right leg first. Now, if he's going to move his right leg, I want his left knee to stay rooted into the floor and even kind of push the floor out to the outside to keep his glute engaged. Now, when he's ready, he's going to lift his knee out to the side first. Let's go side first. He's going to lift, 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 lift. Now, as he's lifting, he's thinking about that ball in the socket here. He's just turning up. I'm just using my finger to show him here. Turning up. Now, as he's turning that ball up, he's going to probably feel his glute light up, possibly even his hamstring. And from here, I want him to start to bring the knee forward while he's in this height. He's going to bring his knee forward, bring his knee forward. And now he's going to draw his knee into his body. And now he's going to kick back. Now he kicks back into extension. He's going to keep his midline on. He's not going to lose it. So he's going to go only as far as he can keep his abs on. If he feels his dump into his lower back, it's gone too far. And then from here, he's going to go back out to the side. He's rotating, rotating. The ball's rotating up in the socket. And then it comes all the way forward. Good. Now we're going to show you a side view of him doing this on the other side. So here we go, come to the other side here, left side. On the left side is the same thing. He's lifting up. Okay, now while he's up here, it's very common for people to kind of dump their body into the opposite arm. Don't do that. Make sure you don't go into compensation. Push actively to the hands and stay in hollow as he lifts. There's no compensation here. He drives forward. As he does, again, it's common for people to dump again forward or even to the side. Don't do that. Make sure you stay out of compensation. Go forward, he comes in with the knee, he goes into extension. Now check this out. People go into extension, they usually lose their abs, and they do what? Yep, see that kink over there? You do not want the kink at all. So go and show him extension again without the kink. There's no kink because he's engaging through his hands, he's hollowing out his stomach, and you can feel probably his hamstrings fire here. Now his knee comes out laterally. Even in this transition, most people lose their abs, so make sure you keep it on. So he's gonna keep it on. My fingers are gonna show where his ball is rotating. It's rotating back in the socket like that. His knee comes forward as far as he can, then back in to his side. Okay. Now you can change direction on this. You can change your starting point. So instead of going laterally, you could start going back into extension. That could be his starting. Then bring the knee back down. Or you can start with his knee going forward up to his chest. It doesn't matter where you start. Play with your start positions and your end positions. They all have value. So I'm going to show you the extension position first. He's going to start there. He lifts up and back, he's keeping his abs on. He lifts up with his knee, brings the knee forward, and in, and rest. Let's have him start in the front position now. His knee's gonna go forward. He starts by moving forward, and he comes out to the side, and back. Okay, now notice a theme here. I'm gonna go back to your right side neck and do 2 reps. So notice the theme here is that everything is controlled, hence what the acronym C.A.Rs stand for. He's controlling for compensation. If he went too fast, he would lose engagement. That's why he's going to constantly check whether his hands are pushing into the floor, whether he's staying hollow with his abs, whether he's staying rooted with his hands, and also whether he's shifting to one side and or dumping his weight forward. He doesn't want those things to happen. So he's going to keep working on keeping the hip grooving in the right positions. I'll do one more next so they can see the hip here.
Front or back?
Front. He's going to start going forward. Hip joints going forward. Then he moves out laterally. And he really waits to see how far he can get up. Yeah, then he goes back. So he's not just satisfied with, hey, I'm good here. He's gonna see how far he can actually go up. And then he's gonna go back. And see how far he can actually get into extension without losing his abs. And they'll come through. Same goes when he brings his knee forward. I'm gonna show him that one more time. So when Nick brings his knee forward, he's not satisfied with just, hey, I'm good here. How far can I actually go forward? I'm gonna keep pushing my hands into the floor harder. Okay, now it's my maximum, cool. Now I go to my lateral maximum. Here's my lateral maximum. And now I go around to my extension maximum. So always seek to get to your max without compensation in any car movement you do. And that's how you do a quadruped hip car, y'all. If you've liked the video, make sure you hit like, hit subscribe. Until next time, peace.